Hey, top of the morning, guys. How's everybody doing? I'm out on the road as usual, early in the morning, headed up to, I guess, Midlothian for my first appointment, and running about 7 appointments in the Tri-City area this morning, and hoping to onboard some new business partners for the team there, and collect a couple of F&As, and just some basic appointments, just training appointments, basically teaching people in the field. And I'm super excited that we're actually going into Closers College. Had a great Base Shop Builder boot camp last weekend. I think we turned some corners, but one of the things I talked about was winning before you arrive. And I also talked about massive immediate action upon instruction. And you know, as a business person, those are things that you gotta really focus on. I always go back to John Maxwell and talking about the 5 levels of leadership. And you know, we have a leadership factory here at WealthWave, and that's what we're looking to produce is more leaders. And when we talk about the 5 levels of leadership, the first level of leadership is actually position, a title. And what amazes me is that most people want a title, they want a position, but they're not willing to take the necessary actions in order to be able to obtain that. So the daily habits on a daily basis. So I see people in the field right now scrambling. You know, from day one we said, okay, bottom line, we have a system, we get out, we do 10 field training appointments. You actually get the field training appointments, the first 4 or 5, if you do them quick enough, maybe the first 4 you're just watching and you're actually taking notes, you got the videos that you actually study to learn how to do this thing on your own. But bottom line is the first 4 or 5 you actually watching somebody do it. And you can jump in the saddle, you know, around the 5th appointment, 5th, 6th appointment, you do 50% of the presentation. Trainer does 50%, and then you guys debrief on how you did. And then you actually get to appointment number 7, 8, somewhere thereabout, and you're actually doing 100%, and the trainer is observing you. And it amazes me that, you know, a lot of times people say, well, you know, nobody ever taught me, you know, I got no opportunity to do this and that. And then when they have the opportunity to really collapse time frames, get a lot of stuff done in a short period of time, they just don't take action and actually do it. And then we say, okay, well, now we're going to reward you for actually doing it, when the real reward is you learning how to do it, you actually becoming independent. But we say, okay, well, now we're going to clear, in order to get into Closers College, you have to have completed 10 field training appointments, and now everyone's scrambling to actually get them done within the last hours. And you know, it puts it's kind of being unequally yoked, if you will, because it puts a lot of strain on the trainers that we have right now, and the same people are the ones that's actually putting on the Closers College. So in order to get a great product for you, we have to take some time, where I have to take some time to actually put that package together and prepare to deliver it to you. But most people want me in the field right now because they failed to do what they were supposed to do over the last, you know, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 weeks or what have you. And they want to collapse time frames and get all the appointments in at one time. And I just challenge your thinking. That's the reason I bring this up. I clearly understand it, all right? You know, everybody's busy, to include me, you know, and so you know, the bottom line is when you fail to do things, you can't expect that creates an emergency on other people's part, right? And as a business owner, first of all, you got to learn the business. And then as a team player, one of the things you got to be concerned about as a team player is that you got to be concerned about the mission of the team every single day, and not just during certain periods of time. But that is what it is, you know. But title is just what it is, you know. It's the weakest form of leadership. You know, a lot of times I see people actually shooting for a title, or they're shooting for a position. You know, all of a sudden everybody say, man, I'm going to be a SMD, I'm going to be a marketing director, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then the next month they say the same thing, and the next month they say the same thing. And oftentimes those same people end up with 0, 0. They have 0 new business partners and 0 sales throughout the month. So I mean, you know, bottom line is if you're really shooting for something, you can't be 0, 0, right? I mean, even 0, 0, 0. 0 appointments, 0 new business partners, and 0 sales throughout the course of a month. So you just got to ask yourself, okay, well, why am I doing this? You know, I believe that you have to challenge your why. I don't believe that your why is big enough, and that's why you don't really have the activity that you need. But when we move on to level 2, you know, we see a lot of level 2 leaders, and a level 2 leader is basically someone that people follow them because they like them, and that only lasts so long. When people have been around for a while and they're not winning, then they're not going to like you so much, over a period of time. And so you have to ask yourself, what do you have in place? What are you doing on a daily basis to be able to help people to win? What is it that you're doing? I mean, do you have programs in place where you know how to equip people to where they can actually win? Again, we talk about being unequally yoked, because the bottom line is that if trainees aren't becoming trainers, and especially if you're a level 1 leader and you got a title and you're not a trainer, then the issue becomes that you're really not carrying your weight inside of the team. And teams win championships. People don't win championships. Individuals don't win championships. Teams do that. And to be an effective team, everyone has to be saying, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into Base Shop Builder Bootcamp. I'm going to get into Closers College. I know from this day forward, these things are always going to be going on. So I'm not going to have lapses in judgment and not get things done throughout the month. I don't have a bad month, right? So I have to be able to be on top of my game, getting things done. So when qualifications come, I'm not scrambling. I'm always qualified for everything. And so, otherwise, you're really not carrying your load inside of the team. And then we talk about a level 3 leader. People follow you because you're getting some things done. And, getting things done, this is not where you can really fool someone. I mean, you can't fake paying the price. At least not long term, you can't. You'll be figured out at some point in time, So if you're really, really getting things done, then you got to ask yourself, okay, well, first of all, how many people am I actually teaching how to do things? How many people I'm taking out, showing them how to do it? Am I actually growing every single day? Is there incremental growth that I can put my finger on every single day that I had some incremental growth in my business today? So that may be just that I actually watched the X-Curve video or something like that, or I went through the Wealth Wave videos and I actually kind of sort of learned the words, so when people start asking me questions, I kind of sort of know the content of the video, and I'm not just shooting it out there and hoping that I get a result. Or I learned the texting process on the back end of the videos. All those things are so drastically important, and then a level 4 leader is not only you're getting results, but you've taught other people to get results. And so that's what it's all about. And so, in the beginning stages, don't fight for the title. If you can teach people how to get results, you'll get all the titles that you'll need in this business. You just have to work with the right people. And then level 5 is not only have you taught people to get results, but those people you taught to get results, they're now teaching other people to get results. And so leading into Closers College, I'm totally focused. I've been working with my mindset for Closers College, just like you should be. You should be saying, hey, I'm going in here, I'm gonna be the #1 coming out of Closers College, so I can actually get independent. I can go out here and do some big things. But I just want you to listen to my buddy here that's actually riding with me early this morning, and that's Grant Cardone. That is, Grant is the #1 sales guy in the entire industry, multiple industries in the financial industry. Sold life insurance for a while, sold cars, sold houses, just a mega stud. And this guy is really on top of his game. Been on all of the television stations and radio stations and traveling throughout the world, actually doing things on big platforms with people like Tony Robbins and a number of other people. But Grant, if you will, just kind of share your knowledge on closing real quick.
It can prevent the close. See, what I mean by that is the salesperson or the presenter operates without a valid financial plan. Therefore, they lack the proper motivation, underestimating the importance of every close to their financial plan. Now, we're not talking about closing here. We're talking about you having a financial plan that would put pressure on you to get the job done. Because the truth is, when you have to get something done, notice it gets done. Here's a fact. If you're just working to make someone else's dreams come true, you will never be a great closer. On the other hand, if you want to make sure your wife can buy anything she wants or your husband can get anything they want, you can become a great closer. You want to make sure you and your family can have everything they've ever wanted and that you can take care of every possible situation that comes your way, you can become a great closer. If you took the time to build a financial plan for yourself that takes care of more than just your bills, but will create financial freedom for yourself in the future, you will be a great closer. People greatly underestimate how much money it actually takes to truly ensure their financial freedom and their financial future. People are reasonable, apparently unconscious, and even unwilling to confront this area of financial planning. Many people have a hard time closing because they don't have the correct motivation to do the things that may be uncomfortable in order to get the job done and the deal closed. Look, just paying your bills, the gas bill, the water bill, the house payment, the car payment, the Visa, the MasterCard, whatever, your bills, just getting those paid will never cause you to be a great closer because the purpose is not meaningful enough for you. Who's going to get excited? Oh, I got to close this deal because I want to pay my gas bill. All right? Okay, good. You close it. But what else? Some of the best closers I've ever met were those who didn't do it for profit, but they did it for purpose. They had their purpose correctly aligned. For instance, fundraisers are some of the best closers I have ever met in my life. Why? They're not getting paid. But you see, because they're so aligned with the purpose of their charity, needing money, they insist, they persist, they are motivated, they are staying in the deal, they keep making phone calls. Why? Because the purpose is high. Now, what does this have to do with your financial plan? Your financial purpose, your financial plan and purpose need to be aligned. And you're underestimating the finances needed to make your dreams and your life purposes come true. These fundraisers, these people are master closers, many of them, at getting money from others. Why? Because they're so committed and so dedicated to their purpose, and they have a clear understanding of the true financial needs of that charity. You have to get a proper financial plan put in place in order to have the proper drive, the need to get the job done and closed.
Whoa, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Man, is that awesome. Hey, look, this is why we do your financial needs analysis, right? We do your financial needs analysis because, first of all, how can you go do something on someone else if you haven't done it yourself? The other thing is that when we do your financial needs analysis, basically we're giving you a roadmap to get from where you are to where you're trying to go, which is what you should be doing for other people. And it amazes me how team members don't stay focused on their financial needs analysis. So we sit down, we do a financial needs analysis for you, and I don't have the extra money to be able to do this and that and that and that. It ends up that you don't believe in what we do enough to be able to close, and so you never become a closer. You probably never make money. It's just that simple. And if you do, you're just doing what you can right now, but are you going back to that financial needs analysis? So during a time like this, the major reason of doing a financial needs analysis is because you need to be able to connect that to what we're going to learn in Closers College, so you will have the moral authority and you'll have the passion to be able to go out and help other people, right? So you do your financial needs analysis, you should be coming back to whoever did that periodically as your cash flow increases. You should be coming back and saying, hey, look, I need to take another look at my financial needs analysis. Where can I actually position myself now that things are actually happening? Because at the end of the day, if you're here and you don't have that ability to be able to do that for yourself, how are you going to do it for anyone else? You probably won't, And I look at my financial needs analysis, got home late last night, and I actually took a look at my financial needs analysis, and quite frankly, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with the fact that I thought that I should be further along on certain goals right now. Some areas I was very pleased with, but overall, man, I'm disgusted, man. I'm saying, hey, I should have been further along on a lot of areas right now, and we're gonna turn it up. I'm gonna turn it up and get those things done. But what about you? What about you? The reason we pour the time we pour into you is so you can actually live your goals and dreams for your family. And the only way you can do that is to become a professional on this platform and be able to do it for other people. And so this is so vitally important, because when you don't have a why and you just get so used to just getting by month to month, if I can just pay my bills this month, man, I can relax the rest of the month. Well, you're going to have the same problem the next month, and you'll probably have the same problem the rest of your life, and it's going to be an escalation. If you take a look, we have 365 days inside of a year. 1 year, 365 days. Where will you be this time next year? And if you look, a little over 1,000 days, so 1,000 wake ups, guys, 1,000 wake ups, and most people are just in the same routine every day.